When Hogwarts Legacy was first announced back in 2022, it caused lots of drama and mayhem on social media, mainly because of the revelations about the creator and author of the Harry Potter franchise at the time, something that I'm not about to go into in this video. Hogwarts Legacy is set in the wizarding world of Harry Potter, but was set in the late 18th century and mostly followed the adventures of an original character, aka you, who is starting Hogwarts in the 5th year due to some unique circumstances. The main plot of the game generally revolves around the Goblin Rebellion led by the Goblin Ranrock, who also seems to be working for a known criminal, Victor Rookwood, who both for reasons unknown were after your character. When the game first came out, it was met with much anticipation, as it promised an open-world exploration and was compared to Breath of the Wild and even Skyrim. This game is now available on PC, PlayStation, and the Xbox, with a promise of a Switch release coming in soon. Though between you and me, I'm not too certain how well the Switch version is going to work based on my past experience in games that demands high quality graphics and engines.
Is Mission Mat ready? I'm looking at you.
With that said, I play this game on the PC and even the Steam Deck, so I highly recommend the PC version if you're there to play the game and is currently watching this video, especially since the PC version, you're able to mod the heck out of the game. Most of the mods I got for the game is mostly for visual appearance sake, with it making my character look better. I even got a few hairstyle mods like Luna Freya's hairstyle from Final Fantasy 15 or even Tifa's hairstyle from Final Fantasy 7. The character creation screen offers you lots of choices for how you want your character to look like. And again, if you're on PC and able to install mods for the game, you can make your character look even better. I myself had installed a few makeup mods to make my character look better. As for the outfits, don't worry if you don't like the starting outfit. As you explore, you'll find lots of different outfits around the world, or even buy new outfits for Glad Rats at Hogsmeade. Now, I'll actually suggest you save your money for something else instead, as in early game, it is difficult to earn money. Any outfit you find, you'll still retain the look of even if you sell the physical outfits at any shop you come across in the world, so go ahead and sell them. With this game set in the late 18th century, needless to say that you likely won't beat any of the Harry Potter characters that you're familiar with, as majority of them are yet to be born. The only character you will likely be familiar with is the current Hogwarts headmaster, who turns out to be Phineas Black, which if you recall is actually Sirius' ancestor. There are however various family names that you'll be familiar with as you meet the different characters throughout the game, like the Deputy Headmistress, who honestly reminds me a great deal of Professor McGonagall. You also meet a member of the Gaunt family Ominis, who will play a major role in one of the main character quests later on in the game, and judging by the timeline, might just be Voldemort's grand uncle. Majority of the game revolves around the exploration of the castle and even the world. You can unlock various flu points around the castle and the world to enable quick travel, and that is one mod that I definitely got for my game and I got quite enough of hearing the flu lady's voice. With that said, I would recommend you go gallivanting off around the world the minute you can, as traversing a major world like this on foot can be daunting. I highly recommend at least waiting until you met the broom maker at Hogsmeade and got a broom of your own before you do that. Between you and me, broom flight makes exploring a whole lot easier and faster, especially if you run into a group of enemies that you want to run from. Like mentioned, your character plays as a new student entering Hogwarts in the 5th year, so that means you actually get to try on the sorting hat and be sorted into one of the 4 schoolhouses. The matter of which house you get sorted into doesn't matter in the end, though there is a specific quest locked to just Hufflepuff house that you won't get if you're in the other houses. There is one aspect of the game that I find is also one of the weaknesses, the schooling aspect. You still get to attend classes, as that is one of the ways to learn new spells, but even if you return to the school at night for instance, there is no penalty for being out of bed after hours, unless it's a specific quest that requires you to sneak around. Furthermore, it seems to me that the students you mostly see around the castle and even Hogsmeade are mostly the older students. I haven't seen any younger students around the castle yet. There are exploration points you can find around not just Hogwarts, but also the open world. There are even lots of Easter eggs you can find if you're familiar with the Harry Potter franchise, like the location of the Chamber of Secrets for instance, and even a statue of the One-Eyed Witch that leads to one of 7 secret passages outside Hogwarts that will take you to the cellar under Honeydukes, something that you will be unable to access until you get a specific side quest. As you progress in the game, you also gradually get to unlock the Room of Requirement, which is likely where you'll be spending a great deal of time in, as that is your main base so to speak. You can buy recipes for pots and potion brewing stations for the shops in Hogsmeade and conjure it up in the room where you can grow your own plants, which again the seeds you can get from the shops in town. As you progress in the game, you also get to build vivariums and breed magical beasts in Room of Requirement that will gain you lots of materials that you can use to upgrade your gear. So it might be worth going around the world to hunt down those beasts and capturing a few. At some point in the game, you also get the ability to fly on a hippogriff, though personally, I find it easier to control flight on a broom than a hippogriff. I mentioned Hogsmeade a few times, and which you likely recognize from the Harry Potter franchise. It is some place where you'll likely go to from time to time to get new recipes or even self-access gear that you don't want to free up some space in your slots. One of my favorite NPCs, Sirona, the current owner of the 3 broomsticks, was the topic of discussion amongst players ever since the game's release. If you are yet to get the game, I will not spoil it for you, but let's just say that developers of the game added in lots of diversity and put it at that. And speaking of, much like Breath of the Wild, there are puzzles waiting for you to find and solve around the world. Merlin's Trials, as it is named, will allow you to unlock more space in your pack every single time you solve a few. There are various side quests given to you by not just fellow students and teachers, but also the villagers around the world that will net you some nice rewards. So if this is your first playthrough, there is no harm trying to complete every single side quest you come across. With that said, this game isn't without its own flaws. I completed my first playthrough as a Ravenclaw, and when I started my second playthrough as a Hufflepuff, I find myself getting bored very quickly as I get the same exact quests I get as a Ravenclaw. Apart from the Hufflepuff specific quest that allows you to visit Azkaban Prison, there isn't much difference from the quests you get at all, so there's little to no replay value. I play this game mostly on my PC or even my Steam Deck, and it seems to me that with each update that developers throw out, I get more issues on my game instead of fixing it. The last update that rolled out not only caused the game to lag at certain points, especially when out in open world, but it also caused a game-breaking bug in the main quest which I'm only able to fix by downloading a mod. Also, another flaw in the game which lots of players were disappointed with is the lack of a morality system in the game. You get a few dialogue choices at certain points in the game, and even when doing certain fetch side quests in which you can opt not to return the item that the quest giver asks you to fetch. It seems like there's no consequences to the choices and decisions that you make at all. That said, it is still a game that I enjoyed tremendously. It's just not in my list of top 10 best games I ever played. If you like this video, do like subscribe to my channel. And I also appreciate it if you can support me via my Buy Me a Coffee page. The link is in the description below. See you next video.